Yo, what's good? It's your boy Big Steve, and tonight's another episode of Go Blue After Dark, where we like to smoke and talk Michigan football. So let's get into it. So as we all know now, it's been reported that Jim Harbaugh is going to be suspended for the first 3 games of the 2023 season. We all expected something to happen sooner or later, but Michigan instead of waiting on the NCAA, they decided to go ahead and try to punish themselves to lessen the blow or get some brownie points or what have you to go ahead and get this over with. And so, if you're not too familiar with the situation during the 2020 season, the recruiting season during COVID, Jim Harbaugh supposedly bought some recruits some hamburgers, cheeseburgers. I'm pretty sure it's probably more to that, but the big thing is he supposedly bought some recruits cheeseburgers, which at that time was deemed illegal still. And so it's been a big back and forth for the last 2 to 3 years regarding this issue. And at first it was reported that the NCAA and Michigan agreed to a 4-game suspension to start this year, but it was rejected by one or the other. I think the NCAA want Jim Harbaugh to admit that he did something wrong, and Jim Harbaugh is willing to accept the suspensions, but he's not willing to admit he did anything wrong. He said he don't remember or he didn't do it to that nature. So it's been a lot of back and forth going on the last 2 or 3 years. And so, just like most Michigan fans, you saying, well, okay, he's suspended the first 3 games. We got, first 4 or 5 games supposed to be cupcakes, so it shouldn't be no problem. Well, the problem come in that since the NCAA rejected the 4-game suspension, or Jim Harbaugh did, whoever did it, now that it's too late, so it's going to be pushed off, and it will have to go to court or some other things to where the suspensions can take place in the 2024 season. And if you've been paying attention to what's been going on with college football, as you know now that the 2024 season is when UCLA and USC, and I think Oregon and Washington now, comes to the Big Ten. And on top of that, so Michigan not only have USC as the Big Ten opener next year, they also have Texas coming to the big house. The Texas that's going to be in the SEC next year coming to the big house. So that's a big game. So right now, these is kind of a disappointing thing because you wish Jim Harbaugh would have just farted. Michigan being Michigan, we try to do it the right way, and instead he just, hey, bitch, fuck it, take that shit to trial. Harbaugh tried to get it over with quick, suspending himself for the first 3 games this year, but now he can also be suspended some games next year potentially, where it matters the most. So as of right now, like I said, it's not that big of a deal because we projected to blow teams out, first 5 games. But I believe, and to be honest, you never know. As a Michigan fan, everybody know about Appalachian State. So the last thing we want to fucking do is go into these games saying, well, we don't need Jim Harbaugh, easy money. Because if we lose one of these four games, it's a big chance I can see Jim Harbaugh leaving for the NFL. With this being such a big issue that can possibly lead over to 2024, because the rumors is that first the NCAA wanted a season. And that's why I'm like, I think it's more than this damn hamburger situation. Because with all this shit going on, you think about, Urban Meyer a couple of years ago getting a similar situation where I think he was suspended for the first 3 games, to where somebody trying to suspend somebody for a year it got to be serious in that. And then on top of that, we all know with recruiting, NIL, if you got a coach that's possibly going to be suspended for a year and you're a big-time recruit, as we all know now, Michigan don't pay recruits. You know, they NIL deal is based on keeping players around longer. So that's been Michigan pitch far as NIL, which I like. You know, to me, I'd rather give this 22, 23-year-old grown man 500,000 to play another year versus giving some 17, 18-year-old $1 million and you don't know what the hell you're going to get. You know, so that's the approach we're taking. But as we know, we got Jaden Davis, a big-time recruit next year. We got the running back Marshall, who just had a big first game of the season. They lost, but he put up numbers. And you got those type of players now. If Jim Harbaugh suspended next year, if you Ohio or you SEC team, and you looking at Jaden Davis like, hey, man, this dude probably finna get suspended. He's probably going to end up leaving and going to the league. So this can be a big issue. So, you know, I ride with Harbaugh. You know, he said he don't remember it. Fuck it. He don't remember it. But I wish he suspended himself. Who knows? Maybe this potentially turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Get it out the way. But if you know Jim Harbaugh and the NCAA, one thing about him, he's been beefing with them forever. Whether it was a satellite camps or him making a big deal about the Shea Patterson. This before the transfer portal was even a thing, where he was one of the first coaches to protest that players should be able to leave if they want to. So Shea Patterson was able to play right off the back. Then after that, the dominoes fell. So Jim Harbaugh always been a coach that's been on the hot seat with the NCAA. But other than that, man, we don't know too much right now. You know, even after the suspension, Harbaugh can't talk about the situation. But just a quick rundown of the first 3 games. We got East Carolina to open the season at home, UNLV at home, and then we got Bowling Green at home. So I think the NCAA is looking like, all right, man, you really just trying to say, fuck it, man. You disrespectful. You go to suspend yourself against East Carolina, UNLV, and Bowling Green. No, we don't want that. Let's take a look at the 2024 schedule. Well, they don't got it up yet. But I know Texas, USC, 2 big games, money games. So if you don't have Harbaugh going to that season and you lose out on some big-time recruits, that game is not the same game. So that's why, man, this year it's Houston or bust. This is it. I think Harbaugh know it. I think he's going to lead the program in the best position he can. But he knows after this year, man, he's gone. He's gone. He's going to be, if he have another good season, you know, win the Big Ten, you know, beat the other state, make it to the playoffs, all he got to do is Big Ten, other state. He's going to be a hot commodity for a coaching job. So we all know that, man. So that's why I believe as a Michigan fan, we really not sweating it because we got a feeling that he's going to be gone anyway. You know, 3 straight Big Ten championships, possibly a national championship. We can't ask for much more. You know, this is a coach who, unlike Pete Carroll's and Nick Saban's and these other coaches who dominated coaching but went to the NFL, he has success. This dude was a play away from winning the Super Bowl, and he made it be known to his recruits that he still got that itch to win a Super Bowl. So we got to enjoy while he's here. You know, 3 straight Big Ten championships possibly, knock on wood. If this is the last ride, man, Harbaugh, I appreciate you. He's been 2 hell of a years. I think we go do big things this year, so fuck it, man. We ain't need to worry about 2024, nigga. It's Houston the bus. Let's get it. Go Blue.